Alright, my friends, so today I wanted to show you my Spahi equipment. Now, if you don't know what a Spahi is, they were North African tribesmen, mostly Berbers, from for the French light cavalry units. They were the word Spahi is a derivative of Turkish, which means horseman, I believe is what I found out. Now, they served with the French from around 1840 to around the 1960s when they were disbanded. And so they were pretty much all over the world where the French were in the French Foreign Legion. And their uniform looks a lot like the Zouave. So if you know what a Zouave looks like, they have a lot of similarities to a Zouave. There are differences that you can easily tell. For example, the Spahi wear long, giant capes, and they look like they're wearing some sort of looks like a turban, but it's not a turban. And some of the equipment is actually quite different. Now, they did not only just have this, they did wear the three pouches like the Zouaves and the regular French army, but this is one of their particular bandolier cartridge belts, mostly really exclusively for them. So this is the what you would call the World War One, pre-World War One, and that would be more of the World War Two. And really, the only difference, the real big difference, is of course the color. This is the famous Moroccan red, and this is here more of a brownish color. Now, these items here, I believe they're being sold by Heritage Militaria in France. They've got tons of really cool stuff over there, especially French stuff. That's kind of more what I look for. But they're like $250, so they're expensive. And I stumbled onto this. These are the only two times. This one I got maybe, I don't know, 15 years ago. This one I just got recently. And it's the only two times that I've seen these as a set sold on eBay. So that's why I went ahead and bought that one. This one, of course, is for my Spahi uniform impression. And this is for just because it was like the first time, like I said, in over a decade that I've seen an actual set. And I've seen originals here, one piece there, and of course they're expensive, $300 just for one piece, $400 just for one piece and such because they're originals. But in any case, this is these are very nicely done repros, and as I said, this is for the Spahi specifically, which were the cavalrymen, light cavalry. And so, for those of you who know about the Berthier rifle, it was developed as a carbine in 1892, I believe. First as a carbine, 1907 became a long rifle, and that's the one I've been shooting for my Remington, the one that really didn't leave the States. Doesn't even have a serial number. Remington Berthier. I'm shooting 700 yards with that thing, no scope, really awesome. But in any case, these came primarily, of course, the first ones were the 3-round, which is this here. And then, of course, 1916, you might have seen the 5-round adapter. They changed the bottom. It's really easy to, if you do have a Berthier, you can change the housing for the end block clips. You can change those within like a few minutes because it's only like 2 screws, and so that way you can shoot both of these. You can change one or the other, which is what I do. So, but you didn't really see these in World War One as far as seeing Arsenal. If you guys ever seen the videos by seeing Arsenal about the Berthier rifles, they said that these were not really used in World War One, just very limited numbers, very, 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 very limited. And so, anyway, these are the ones that you would see mostly. And of course, these were, like I said, for the Spahi, so they were the first ones. They would be using these primarily. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how this thing is put on. It's rather, I don't know, how do you say? They were still developing things back then. Let's put it that way. There was still a lot of developments going on as to how this is going to work, how they're going to do this, how they're going to do that. So it's just like the Shoot Stupid cartridge belt. You tie that from the back, which is like, what? How the hell do you get that back there? So in any case, let's go ahead and show you how this thing works. Let me move back here. I'm going to show myself on camera, which is not something I really like to do. but I got to show you what I gotta show you. Alright, so first of all, you want to tie this up. Oh wait, let's do this one. So, it's like a belt. Barely fits. Okay, then you can flip this around. Oh no, wait, you gotta go like this. Okay. And you... Darn it. Yeah. Now obviously, once you are the guy using this, you have everything already set up to the length that you need it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, not the best designs back in the day. And then of course, your berthier bearing it goes in through there. And there you go. That's how it goes. Like I said, if you're the one wearing this, you already have it set to whatever loops you want, or eyelets, and you just grab your ammunition, and you load up. When you first get them, you have to wet all this because you have to stretch it out because this one doesn't really fit. This is brand new. It fits on the red one. It fits on these here. As you can see, it already fits here. So I've had this one for a long time. My husky wants to get involved. Sherlock, move. Okay, so that's how it goes. That's how that goes. And with your little carbine, and off you go. Alright, so I just wanted to show you this one because it's pretty cool. Really excited about it. The leather is actually pretty thick on most of it. I can tell that the back of it was, they weren't using, when they're making these, they're not using necessarily the best leather. It is rather thick, so that's good because it'll last longer, but some of them are actually really thin, which is really interesting because this one is quite thick, this one is kind of thin. But, and they've got the checkered on it, really nice checkered. I wish I knew how to do that. I need to know how to do that because I got some stuff I need to work on. But in any case, this is what it looks like, my friends, and hopefully once I lose about 70 pounds I'll put my uniform back together and I'll do a uniform review on the Spahi 1914. Alright, thanks again.